Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving into a fascinating discussion about Lisp indentation styles, a topic that sparks passionate debate among Lisp programmers. The article we're discussing argues that all current Lisp indentation schemes are, well, ugly.
Oh, spicy! I'm already intrigued. What's the core argument here? Is it just a matter of aesthetics, or is there a deeper technical issue at play?
It's a bit of both, actually. The author, Artyom Bologov, starts by pointing out that while experienced Lispers rely on indentation to understand code, ignoring the parentheses, the very act of how to indent Lisp code is problematic. He highlights the absurdity of putting everything on one line, which is unreadable, obviously, but then explores various indentation styles.
Right, I get that. So what are some of these ugly styles?
Well, one common style is aligning function arguments vertically. This works well for short function names, but becomes unwieldy with longer names, leading to excessive horizontal space. Imagine 19 spaces of indentation. Unreadable.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's like a visual wall of text. What are the alternatives?
There's the space-filling approach, where you don't put every argument on a new line. This is more compact, but it can still get messy with deeply nested structures. Then there's the author's preferred style, which he calls sick macro indent. It's a bit controversial.
Controversial? Tell me more.
It involves putting the function name on one line and the arguments on the next. He argues this gives perfect indentation control, especially for complex, deeply nested code. But others criticize it for messing up nesting identification and making the code too vertical. It's definitely not idiomatic.
Interesting. So it's a trade-off between readability and control. Does the author offer any other solutions?
He mentions threading macros, which can improve readability in nested code by making the logic more sequential. However, he points out that Common Lisp, in particular, isn't very friendly to these macros due to inconsistencies in its standard library. So ultimately, it seems we're left with choosing the least ugly option.
So it's a bit of a stalemate then? No perfect solution?
Exactly. The author concludes by acknowledging the value in all the different schemes. But ultimately, the best style is subjective and depends on the specific code and personal preferences. It's a problem without a perfect solution, which is why the debate continues.
A very insightful analysis. It seems the ugliness of Lisp indentation is less about objective flaws and more about the inherent challenges of balancing readability and maintainability in deeply nested code structures. Thanks for breaking this down for us.
You're welcome. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.